Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Adrian. Super excited to talk about my story today because I think it could resonate with a lot of people. My life has changed a lot over the last 10 years. I used to be obsessed with dancing, and then I feel like a God's miracle happened. T-Pain had an open call audition, and it seemed like overnight I was a professional. If you're someone who has ever been bullied, someone who lives in a city that feels like has no connections, everything I learned, including dance and business, I learned in a small town called Dubuque, Iowa. And if you're someone who basically has an aspirations to live an uncommon life, then I think my story will resonate with you. But I know this video is probably going to be a little long, so for the people who don't want to dive full all the way in and just want the bullet points of what I'm doing today, here it is. I have two companies. One's easy to explain. The other, even when I explain it, people still don't understand. So let me start with the easy one. I have a 15-person marketing agency based out of Dubuque, Iowa. What is a marketing agency? It's basically a business where you provide marketing services. Like for me, I'm really good at paid ads. I'll get into how I got here and to this journey, but I'm really good at paid ads. So I basically do paid ads for a lot of big businesses, billion-dollar companies, $100 million companies. And the other business, which is just so radical, even when I share numbers from my business, completely transparent, people literally can't understand because it's so crazy. So the best way to explain it is I've accumulated what I think is a modern day superpower, which is the ability to run ads online, ads on YouTube, ads Facebook, Instagram. And using that skill set, I've found all these different opportunities online that I can play matchmaker and basically meet a buyer's demand with the product. And so how I've been able to generate revenue to upwards of $100,000 profit in a month is the scale of what paid ads are. And so I sell a lot of my own product. I sell a lot of other companies' products as an affiliate. And I don't do this anymore, but a few years ago I was doing other ways to basically test this skill set, which is like drop shipping, which is another type of business model. So I have dozens of blogs and all different types of niches that I'm running ads every single day. I actually was able to retire my dad last year. And what's crazy, for those of you who actually know me as El Tiro the dancer, creating dance videos on YouTube and trying to get people to my YouTube channel was basically like the discovery of how to build a business online. And my dance business, I'm teaching people how to dance robot, that was my very first e-commerce business. So that's what I'm doing now, but that doesn't explain how I got here. The failure, the stress, the challenges, the problems, and mostly failure. My journey of how I got here starts with me uploading my very first YouTube video of teaching someone how to dance. See, I read a book when I was 21 years old called The 4-Hour Workweek, and this book basically planted an idea in my head that you can basically create a business online and work full-time from it. And I know I was kind of always entrepreneurial, kind of just always doing something different. I did not want to work a 9-to-5 job. Now, I'll tell you right now, you would think that dancing for T-Pain, which happened after that, after I was posting videos, would help excel my career into this massive catapult, but it did not. It's actually, it was a big reality check. Here's what happened with Tour, and T-Pain probably will never watch this, but I have talked to him in the past couple years, and he gave me an opportunity that I feel like I did not deserve. I was just dancing for 2 years. He had an open call audition. He called that the
Pain's Blood, Sweat, and Dance contest, man. Y'all got to get in on this. The winners of the whole thing, they get to go on a world tour with me, and you will get paid to do so. So this ain't no, hey, come hang with me for free.
I was just excited to have made it. And he was only supposed to pick one dancer. He ended up picking all 10 of us that made it to the last day. One of those dancers, by the way, was Will the Beast. Literally, it's been amazing to watch a close friend of mine, Will the Beast. I knew him before he was the mecca of dance, and the T-Pain tour base excelled his career. He was always going to make it. Anyways, hey, sorry, Will the Beast, the story's about me. Here's what happened with Tour. I actually recognized right away it wasn't really for me. I started dancing as a way to not basically drink in college. I thought it was a waste of time. My parents, my dad and my mom, my dad's an immigrant from Mexico. My mom, she grew up with not a lot, and so they both saved to pay for my college. So like most kids, you party a lot in college, and after my first semester when I came back, I realized like what a waste of and how disrespectful to do that. There was a moment, well, maybe a couple moments of when I was dancing with T-Pain that really influenced my mindset. The first, I don't know if you know this, but T-Pain, he never went to college, and he was actually quite the entrepreneur. He created Autotune, and was an actor, is an actor, very multi-talented. I remember one of those moments was the first time I went over to his house with all the other dancers. He was basically doing a barbecue, and when we got there, it was insane.
MTV Cribs showing boy T-Pain.
He pimped out vehicles. Back then, the rim spinning was still hot. And just like such an overwhelming abundance of success and wealth. And that to me, like, again, T-Pain didn't teach me anything, but just by having all that success, inspired me that if this guy can do it, that means I could do it too. And I guess there was another moment where he did this a couple times where he would show us songs that he hadn't released yet. One of them, we were at in Chicago, B96 Summer Bash, and we actually performed the song for the first time ever in the world. And that song, once released, would have millions and millions of downloads within the first 10 minutes. So in other words, I was constantly watching him release products or songs and make millions in minutes. When tour ended, I didn't want to go to LA, despite that's what everyone told me in the entertainment industry I had to do. And it's because I mean, LA kind of scared me. It still does. It's a crazy city. And what I decided to do was I'm gonna, take that experience and I'm gonna try to go online. And it was awful. Upon graduation, I was trying to get an entry-level job in marketing. I could not. I had, I think, around 5,000 YouTube subscribers, maybe 10,000 at that time, and no one basically would hire me. No one even cared. Well, it's because I was in Dubuque, Iowa. No one cared about dancing or having a social media following, especially back then in 2011. So 6 months, and I still didn't have a job post-graduation. I finally had to get a job, and I got one at a call center at Prudential Retirement, helping people with their 401ks. My salary was $27,000 a year. I'm glad it happened, and actually it's probably my favorite story to tell now because, right now, people are seeing me for the first time and they see all this abundance of success. I've sold millions online, and that is really unrelatable because most people don't ever achieve this. I never thought I would too. What is relatable is what I was doing to get out of that call center. And basically, on that salary of $27,000 a year, I would literally clock out at 3 o'clock, head home, and then from 3 to basically around 8 p.m. every single day, I would start working on my YouTube channel to try to scale it. Because it took me basically 2 years after I started, when I got back from tour and started getting serious about posting content and teaching people how to dance online, 2 years to make my first dollar online. Most people would have given up after 6 months. Most people do. But I just knew that the path I was on, I had no idea it was going to turn out, to be honest. But I knew that I would be learning and getting better. I feel like one thing that's kind of ingrained to me, I don't know if it's a Mexican culture thing or just my parents raised me well, is like to always be at least putting effort in and working. So like I'm some of my friends have described me as someone who's like always, in the dirt, meaning like I'm always working, always putting effort. What's crazy is I need to find this subscriber of mine, but a subscriber told me my first idea to basically how to profit and make money from your audience. A subscriber of mine basically commented and said, "Hey, Adrian, you should make premium tutorials. Like, I love these little, I love learning the arm wave and head isolation, but I want to learn, a sick, breakdown of everything, comprehensive." And I said, okay, I'll do it. And so I made, tutorials that are now some of the most downloaded tutorials on the internet for learning how to dance. And when I released them a few months later after he told me, after literally over 2 years, maybe 3 months, boom, I had my first $1,000 in sales. The origin story of my superpower begins here though, because after I was selling these tutorials to my subscribers, I was trying to figure out how to run a Google ad and a YouTube ad to sell my tutorials, because that to me always fascinated me. I know I was already learning about people who were running ads and were able to scale to crazy numbers that seemed fake, like thousands, $10,000 in a day. I didn't know, obviously it never happened with my dance business. I think the max I ever made was around $5,000, which is still awesome. But I was trying to basically spend money on an ad for when someone typed in, how to dance popping or the robot. And I would try to find that person either on YouTube or through a Google search and get them to buy my tutorial without ever having basically know who I am. And I failed a lot. I didn't have that much money to begin with because my salary was so low, but I would basically spend like $100 every week trying to run an ad. And I basically did that for like a year, again, like a long time. And I finally sold my first one from an ad. So I probably spent like, $1,500 to sell a $25 product. But I was so excited because it was the proof of concept, the belief. All this time, 2.5, 3 years, I'd been working and creating content because I could see it. But the ads is like that magic behind the scene of an online business. And that's how you truly scale. Like organic creating content is a great way to build a business, but it's long. It's like a super long marathon. You gotta stay consistent, and the money does not come fast. At least it didn't for me. It took me a long time. But running an ad to find someone who's looking right now to buy something that you could deliver that is valuable to them, that is the superpower. Also, I should definitely mention that once I was done with T-Pain tour, I was broke, like straight up broke. Like people think you make a lot of money as a dancer, but man, I also like probably not the best financial habits at senior year in college. I didn't really have anything to show for it in terms of dollars in the bank. So I was working my way up from zero, and that's a crazy thing too. Like there was another friend on Dancer who was like, man, like we're doing these amazing things touring and stuff, but we're all broke. It's kind of like the life of a dancer. It's really, really hard to make it. Let's fast forward to age 25 because that is the year that I was able to make the leap to go from side hustle to full time. And I'm a very conservative person. I waited until my side hustles made the same as my job. And so my salary at the time was $55,000 a year. I was working at a marketing agency in Iowa, and I got an opportunity to basically like make this leap, and I would maintain the same cash flow, so I didn't have to like risk it all. And I took it, and I've never looked back. You could say the rest is history. It was the best decision I've ever made. My life has exponentially grown. I've gotten exponentially better, and I've been able to help people and scale, all because I finally took that leap of faith and say, all right, I'm gonna go out on my own, and I'm gonna be in control of my life. I'm gonna be accountable. Everything that happens is because of me. Full accountability. Man. It's been an amazing ride. I never thought I would ever make 6 figures in a year, and I've been able to do that in a month, profit multiple times. Today I feel like a mad scientist because it was about 5 years ago I was starting to really scale and get better at paid ads, Facebook, Instagram, Google, and YouTube. And I learned that I could actually, on top of just sell my stuff, I could actually partner with really reputable brands and great products and sell their stuff for a commission. That concept is called the affiliate marketing. So Amazon, for example, has an affiliate program. You can sign up for free, and any product on Amazon, you could recommend it to someone. If they click their link, you make a commission. It's fascinating. So I started testing with all different types of products, and I was testing literally everything from like fishing rods to like health supplements to teas to like clothing. I've literally tried everything. And just to put it in perspective, last year in 2019 I tested probably over 1,500 different brands and their products. through affiliate marketing, through running ads on Facebook and Instagram. And out of those 1,500, probably only 200 of them was successful. But last year, those 200 companies brought in $660,000 just from affiliate revenue. I can't even believe where I'm at right now. I just know that I have put in effort every single day, and it's basically like snowballed into becoming this massive thing of momentum. But the skill set, you know, I want you to walk away with something, not just about my story, but the skill set that I feel like I mastered was paid ads. And I was always taught that if you know how to sell, you'll always have a job. But what I think is, if you know how to sell online, you'll never need one. I know my answer may sound very vague. I sell a lot of different things in a lot of different niches. So I want to share a couple examples of companies that I've basically sold as an affiliate for them using paid ads. I have small wins, like this company right here is called Neurohacker, who makes a supplement to help you think. They basically pay $500 a month. And also big giant sharks, like this company that's called Lady Boss, which I sold over $1 million worth in just a year. That's a photo of my wife and I accepting the first ever $1 million award for revenue as an affiliate. One of the things I'm most proud of today is actually not how much money I've made, but I was able to retire and hire my dad in 2019 just from affiliate marketing, because now we have over 250 different companies that we have relationships with. We're getting products. We have to, maintain a good rapport with all these people, and there's no way I could do that. So that's what my dad does. So actually working with him has been. Dad, question. Yeah. What was it like working together?
It has its ups and downs. It's like I can't really disappear and do my own thing. I have to really work.
I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope my story resonates with you and that it lifts you up and lets you know that if anything I've done, you can do as well, no matter where you are in the world, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. And I'm going to be creating more content on business here on my YouTube channel. If you're someone that only sees or knows me as a dancer, I hope you have the patience to give me a try, and maybe you might enjoy or learn something. And who knows, I may throw a couple dance moves in there. But appreciate you all. Peace and God bless. One of my favorite things of being a nomad is being able to see beautiful places without having to take a day of vacation. It's really just a lifestyle. You travel, you work remote wherever there's Wi-Fi, and you try to live your life to the fullest.